All right, Bang Bang. Today is Monday. It's May 9th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. It's Snake Draft Monday. Today, our guest is Kate. Kate, it's been a long time. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this one.
So the last time you were on, we did the college draft, and you were drafting cocaine. Mm-hmm. Now you have a whole ass kid. You're a mom. So, and yesterday, we're recording but yesterday was Mother's Day. So what a turn of events.
It truly was. A little less cocaine in my life now, I have to say. Not as much.
Not as much.
So,
That's good.
Yeah, it's been a positive change.
Well, I mean, you're snorting for two now. So
Snorting for two.
Yeah.
So, well, I will tell you, I am a lot more tired. Now is when I could actually use it in my life. But alas.
No, but it's good to have you back. How are you? Everything good?
Everything's going great. It's good to be here. I'm excited I follow the dog walk drafts, the snake drafts, and I think this is going to be a strong one because I am an emotional lady. So. Yeah.
Let me tell you too. Okay, I was texting Kate last night about, hey, I want to work you in, but if there's anything you think you're particularly strong at, do you have any topics? She sent me at least 30 topics.
Whoa.
At least, she was just rattling them off. She's like, sorry, having a few.
She's just waiting for that question. How long have you been waiting for Ed to ask you if you had any ideas? It's like, let me see if I can think of anything. Here's a fucking Word doc.
He said, do you have a Google Doc up right now? Have you been saving these? And I was like, no, I'm just boozing watching the draft right now. The ideas are flowing. Baby's in bed. I'm crushing it.
Dude, it was
Can we tease a few of them?
Well, we can't because the reason why, so here's the reason why we don't say topics before someone found this interesting, so we'll just share it, is because if we say what we're going to draft, then people on Twitter are going to give us a bunch of answers, and then people won't do research. Maybe Dave. And then he's just going to draft Twitter answers. So it's like, it kind of takes...
I wouldn't do that.
It takes the spirit out of people's brains and people's picks. That's why we don't pre-announce the topics.
Mm-hmm. Dave, does that bother you? Eddie makes that decision? It does. Okay, first of all, no one's actually doing research on these drafts. Do not try to say research.
I can't. I have a full list.
Googling and writing down movie titles for today, for instance, is not doing research.
Yes,
research requires brain power.
That is the definition of research.
Okay, then I do research every draft then.
Okay, great.
Okay.
The one we're going with today, ways to deal with your period, I think it's going to be enlightening for everyone.
Yes.
Researching things doesn't make you less
tampons. Oh, I don't want to.
Yeah, don't tip
picks.
No, don't tip picks.
Free bleeding.
Please.
Oh, what?
Save. We're still doing period Thursday someday.
We have to.
So we will. Okay. But today's draft is, so it's like movie cry moments, but it's also just like saddest movie moments, right? Is that both is the same thing? No?
Cry?
Because you can happy cry.
Yeah.
It's movie moments that make you cry.
That's a good point.
When you're sitting on the couch and all of a sudden tears are streaming down your face.
Because I definitely have one happy cry in here for sure.
That's great.
Okay.
I'm happy you said this then. So movie cry moments will be the name for everything.
What about laughing cry? Mm-hmm. I just thought of that now. I don't have anybody, but
I don't think that's in the spirit of this draft.
Definitely. But
I agree.
Red Ed should have specified.
Well, White Sox Dave, I specified very clearly in the text, and he comes up and he's like, "Oh, it's a saddest movie draft." I'm like, no, it wasn't.
And I'll wear that one, Ed. I was 3-cheated out of my skull. I read the text. I'm like, all right, sad movies. And this is what I was getting at when I said no one researches. I immediately have 5 or 6 right off the top of my head that I know of. And then I just Google saddest movies ever. And I'm like, oh, I've seen that movie. I've seen that. That's all everybody does. So if you want to call that as research, fine.
Correct.
I don't think that really requires brain to each their own.
Well, it's like you're jogging your own.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah,
I just got one.
You're doing research right now?
I am.
See?
I wouldn't have thought of that one.
But okay, movie. Is it going to get sad? Is it, Kate? I assume once you have kids, you're overly emotional. Is it going to get sad today or no?
Oh my God! When I was pregnant, there was a couple movies that were a little bit sad that I thought I was having snot coming down my face, I thought I was not okay. I got so upset. And I always cry at movies. Do you guys cry at movies?
Yes.
Can you admit that?
I never have.
Yeah,
once.
Never?
Not
I
once.
cry at probably if it's a drama and they're it's supposed to make you cry or it's a movie that can make you cry, I probably cry 3 out of 4 times.
Okay.
I'm a big movie crier. If, like, I just get really wrapped up into it. I have no problem
Yeah.
admitting that.
I remember the last time I cried at a movie, and it was probably like 2017, but it's not something that's frequent. But it usually, like, the moment has to, like, catch me off guard. Like, if I know something is, like, sad and is coming, I'm just, and I expect it, I'm fine. If it, like, shocks me and I'm, like, unprepared for my own emotions, it's Waterworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll
Yeah.
do it in the moment, but if I go back and like watch a scene, like I need time to process.
You go
it,
back
you
and
know?
watch
Yeah.
it alone
Yeah,
later.
exactly. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Put it on your phone when you're in the shower.
Yeah,
Just let it out.
We'll do that. But all right, we could do the order now. Kate, producer Tom here has a number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number is it, Kate?
It's a 3.
No, sorry.
4.
No.
Chief.
2.
Yep.
I'll take the third spot.
Okay, 1 through 4, Dave.
1.
No.
3,
No.
Kate.
2. Oh, sorry, taken. 3.
No.
No.
Kate, stop, I'm panicking.
Carl.
4.
4.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take the. I'll take the first overall pick.
I feel like that's been a run on that. 1 through 3, White Sox, Dave.
1.
No.
2,
No.
Kate.
3.
3, you got it. 2,
Hell
4,
yeah.
5.
Oof. 2.
1 or 2, Dave.
1.
No.
2.
Fucking cocksucker.
I'll take the 4 spot.
This is a bad draft, I think, to go.
To go late?
I don't think,
I think
it is.
so too.
You do?
I do. I wanted a higher pick than 4.
I wanted
see,
the first pick.
I feel like it's such like a personal thing.
Well, you
Like,
know what I'm afraid of? A lot of the movies that I thought of were the ones that made me cry when I was a child. And I'm afraid that since I'm a little bit older,
It might
people might
skew.
not even know what the hell movies I'm talking
Just
about.
go with
in
your
some
gut,
of these.
Kate.
Yeah,
Kate,
I'm gonna
go
go
with your heart.
I'm gonna go with my. I am. I'm gonna stick with my heart.
Good.
So we'll see.
As long as I have my first pick, that
You'll be
I don't,
fine.
that's all I care about. The rest is whatever.
You
All
taking
right.
Mr. Baseball?
Nope. Is that the one with Bernie Mac?
I think Tom Selleck.
No, that's
No,
Mr.
it's Mr.
3000.
3000. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that movie.
3000's not a bad movie.
No,
It's
no.
Oh.
The one where he's in Japan.
Well, I think the premise of 3000 is a funny movie.
I've never seen that one.
But before we get into it, I do want to talk about Barstool Sports' exclusive ticketing partner, and that is the Game Time app. You guys know the drill by now, folks. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. Their thing is especially is they crack the code to find the lowest price drops right before you go. So last-minute tickets, if you're like, hey, on a whim, I want to go here, they're the spot to go, okay? The Game Time app, it's possible with them. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. I just went last week to the Cubs game, just on a whim. You know, we're a great whim spot for where our office is located. We're like a mile away from Wrigley, and we all just grabbed tickets real quick off the Game Time app, and we had great seats, and it was cheaper than I thought it would be, and it was nice, and it was easy. So the best part is you get $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab to create a login, and redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Download Game Time, last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Go do it. Okay, number 1 overall pick, movie cry moments. Carl, you were up.
I'll take the end of Marley and Me. So I think that's chalk 1-1. Marley and Me, if you thought that was going to make it past the first overall pick, I think it plays super well on the graphic. You just say Marley and Me, everybody's like, oh, no, don't watch. You're going to cry your eyes out. That's the first overall pick. It has to be.
I took everybody's advice on that. I never watched it for the obvious reason. I don't care if a person gets slaughtered and dismembered and tortured and anything. As soon as a dog dies, I'm out.
Peaceful, too. It's like a family's there. And even then, it's like, yeah, you're right, Dave. I'd rather watch the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan
Yes.
like 100
Yes.
times over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Clockwork Orange, like your eyes are
Yeah.
like pulled open with pliers or whatever.
I watched it yesterday doing research, Dave, and it was tough.
It was tough.
And you're
very
not even a
tough.
dog
So
guy.
that's what I was gonna wonder.
If we want to say that, sure.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna wonder. I'm glad you asked that because as for me, like you just go back in time when you had to do that yourself. and I've had to put 3 dogs down in my life, and I could cry right now thinking about it.
That's what I mean. Like, that's
Yeah.
why, like, here's the thing. That's why I said, is this going to get emotional? Because I know Chiefs went through this personally. I was like, oh, I wonder how he's going to feel about talking about this.
Riley.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's going to get real sad here.
Yeah, but that was going to be my question. If you've never experienced that personally, you still feel it.
I've never been in the room personally.
Okay.
We made my mom do it.
I've done the last goodbye.
My dad's
Yeah.
like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
We made my mom do it growing up.
But I hear, like, I don't know. You guys obviously
It's
have more
bad.
experience that, like, it's the right thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but you're just like petting him,
Brutal.
you know, and you're in the room, and it's just you just wait for him to fade out. And
I don't think we should be emphasizing the sadness of this draft for purposes of people listening. Like, I'm going to start crying now.
I know.
Well, we need to break it
sad.
down.
Because I haven't put a dog down, but I have Scotty, and like there's the thought of it. I watched Scott Van Pelt's segment the other, and I'm just like laying in bed with him, just crying, holding my dog this morning.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievably sad stuff.
That's the one fault dogs have is they don't live long enough. Like if you have a dog for 15 years, that's like crazy.
Yeah.
Are you a big dog woman, Kate? Is that safe to say?
I'm a cat lady right now. I have a cat, but I do love dogs. So I think eventually, and I can see like talking about Marley and me and like having kids and having a dog grow up with your kid, and then man,
Oh.
yeah.
Tough.
What if you had
Very-
to put your kid down, Kate? That was a joke. That was a joke.
Christ.
I mean, it was a joke. I'm trying to lighten the room up a little bit.
I think it did that.
Yeah, I got a good
Pretty
laugh.
tough, Dave.
You are something
Thank
else,
you.
Dave.
Yeah.
They tried to do that in a South Park episode. She tried to Cartman's mom tried to abort him as like a 3rd grader, 2nd grader, 4th grader. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where the joke you thought?
No,
was a
that's
joke?
not. That's not where it came from.
Okay, because you told that the other day.
Yeah.
Explain what you said the other day about South Park.
It happens, I would say, once a month or so, but I'll throw in a line from South Park. Do you watch South Park, Kate?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I'll steal a one-liner from like Mr. Garrison or something really obscure that only like diehard South Park fans, and I'll package it as I thought of that witty joke on my own, and I'll get a just eruption of laughter because none of these guys watch South Park, and I'll just let them think that
You're
it was
smart and funny.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
right.
Peak comedy, brother.
Yep.
End of Marley and Me.
Yeah.
Enough said.
I don't think I could watch that movie. I don't think I could watch it.
You should.
Tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
First
All right.
overall. Okay, who's up?
Kate's up.
Okay. The movie Up. In the very beginning,
I
there's
was
a
in between
sequence that goes through Ellie and Carl's relationship, and it's the most beautiful. And then throughout, like, there's a moment that almost gets you in that sequence where they have a miscarriage, and like and he's there and supporting her, and then they have this beautiful life together. And then the next scene, he's at her funeral, and it's already building up to that throughout the whole montage. But when it shows him standing there at her casket, I just lose it.
You sound
I
like
cried
your
through the whole
voice is shaking a
montage.
little bit right now.
Yeah, I know. When I was researching for this, I was like already getting upset. So yeah, this is a fun draft.
It's so sad. Have you?
It's so sad.
Have you seen it?
I have not known.
Oh my God, Dave! It's like it's fucking sad.
It's almost like that beginning should be nominated for an Oscar short. You know how they have shorts and it's like, and then it's like, what do you mean we have an hour and a half left?
Well, I
of
almost
this?
think the movie's it's almost so good that it seems like it started as a short, and someone was like, "We need to make this whole movie."
Yeah. Because some of the shorts in themselves are very sad. I read the one when the kid's like a dumpling, and that's a very sad. Yeah, that's fair. That made me really sad. And I get like it's I don't know, but
Yeah, it just gets you. And then you're right. And then there's like then it takes a whole hour and a half to build you back up again.
Yeah.
From that first like 2
Yeah.
minutes of it. But yeah, it's crushing.
fucking poor Mr. Fredrickson. But like,
Hey, Mr. Frederick. Hey.
yeah, Russell. That happens every day, and that's sad. I don't know. This is real. That's a fucking. This has got me. I could say this scene has definitely
Yep.
made me.
I didn't cry at this, but I recognize that I should have.
Hey,
Like
first
normal,
Pixar to
normal
go, too.
people,
I should
normal
feel
people.
something.
Yeah, normal people would cry at this.
Very 1, 2. I mean, both were high on my board, so that's why I wanted higher. So good picks, Chief.
I'm gonna go with Happy Tears on this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it's like the full range of emotion in Homeward Bound, when Shadow emerges from the woods
And he's limping.
and then he sees what's the kid's name?
I would know it if I heard. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the movie in years.
Let's call him Adam. I think he looks like an Adam.
He kind of does look like it.
And it's like he's just too old. He's too old after the cat and Chance make it through, and then he sees Shadow coming through the woods, and he's got that old guy voice, and
Like my boy.
yeah, they run together, and it's like, oh my god, like it finally, like it happened. They made it, because the last time you saw Shadow, he was in the basement, that bottom of that big ditch or whatever it was,
Muddy
that mud,
ditch.
Yeah, the
that
mud.
pit.
Yeah.
It's like he's too old. He's never getting out of there. And then I'm like, fucking Chance and that cat just left him there to die. Fuck. And then he emerges, and it's like, it's great. It's a great scene, and it's like same thing. Like there's just something about your dog that just brings it out of you. And this was like the opposite of the Marley and Me. Like he's got another year or two left with Shadow, and it was great.
Thank you for doing that. That was the draft was getting real sad there, so that was nice of you.
You know what? I was penciled it for later in the draft. I just thought the mood needed to be lifted
It
for a
did, it
second.
We
did.
needed
Yeah.
it now.
That was a great pick right there. I love dogs.
I gotta watch that again. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
I saw it recently, or parts of it recently on. They keep changing the name of that channel. ABC Family.
Is it
Freeform.
Freeform?
Freeform.
Freeform
Yeah.
throws bangers on.
They do.
Yeah, just a commercial. Just,
I know that's yeah.
It's a lot
yeah.
of commercials, yeah. But
That's
they
where I see Nala getting railed once a year. I'll be flipping through the channels, and I'll be like, "Oh look, Lion King's on."
foul.
All right. So off the board, Shadow emerges and Homeward Bound. It's to me. There's two first rounders here, and I don't think one's gonna get back to me, because I know
At least one will, because I don't think you're gonna pick what I'm.
One
gonna
of
pick.
them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take. I gotta take Mufasa dying. I mean, Simba like not processing what's going on and keeps saying, "Dad, get up," is horrifying. It's horrifying.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas voice.
Yeah,
Dad, get up.
it
And
was.
that fucking asshole Scar. Look what you did.
You're about to say you don't like it.
I think it's a good pick.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's fine. I don't know if it's first. I think Disney.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
don't know,
Mufasa
man.
was the original like.
yeah,
That was the
Yeah.
original like Disney sad moment.
that was like a news story. Like I remember where it was
it?
like, oh my god, kids are traumatized from this scene. Like
Really?
yeah, because like a lot of those kids, like people my age, hadn't experienced anyone dying before, because they're like 8 years old. And it was
I
like,
thought
what
you were
do
gonna say a lot of those kids had their dads die in a cliff accident.
in a
Stampede.
in a tragic
With
stampede
hyenas.
accident. yeah.
Right, a lot of stampede deaths
Yep.
in the United States.
So, but yeah, that was, I remember that being like a story that people were traumatized by that. So I think, I mean, I knew that was going to the first round. I was between that and Homeward Bound. I just wanted to.
You know, keep
Lift
it up,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
But like I said,
You know what would have been a good draft in hindsight and less depressing? Movies that traumatized us as kids.
Yeah, that'd have been a good
There's
one.
a lot. They had to walk me out
Yeah.
of Jurassic Park when I was little. I was
Twister was that for me. I think I told you that.
Twister.
Driving through.
No,
If
Twister?
there was a fucking just a sprinkle of rain after I saw Twister, tornado, everybody gets to the basement. I was like 8, 9 years old.
Dave was shaking in the passenger seat. We were driving through Iowa and Nebraska, and there had crazy windstorms where semis were just blown all over off the side of the road. I'd never seen that before.
Like tipped over.
and Dave was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." Oh my god.
That's not true. That's slanderous. But that movie traumatized me.
Oh yeah.
Twister Dave.
I was terrified of tornadoes. Anytime there was any bad weather.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah, comic relief for him in that one.
Very strong performance.
In Twister?
Yeah,
I didn't know he
he's
was in
the
there.
guy with the Oklahoma hat.
Scientist,
yeah.
Dave, come on.
I haven't seen it
He's
in
like
a
the crazy
minute.
weather chaser dude.
Yeah,
Apparently that movie was like hell to shoot. Like hell. Like a lot of that shit, like the stunts and like the scenes, like it was like
Like
grueling.
the cows
grueling.
mooing.
Yeah, like they were like getting the fuck beat out of them. Like it was tough.
How do you know that?
Just look it up. Look into it. I'm telling you, it's fucking. I like to do research like that. Even though Dave won't say that's research. But yeah.
I mean, I don't think Google really. I mean,
I don't think
whatever,
that was
to
on
each
part,
their
the
own.
top of the show, was it?
What do you mean?
Was that included?
What the?
The research thing?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it was. Yeah, Mufasa dying. That's an easy first rounder.
Yep.
It's a great pick.
I think.
Would that have gotten back to me? No, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that would have. Yes.
Oh fuck! All right. Now I know you're gonna take the other one, so you're up. Just do
All
it.
right. I'm probably gonna get shit for taking this in the first round instead of the second round over my next pick, but I don't give a fuck because this was the closest. It was 3 movies total that I was like really close to tearing up. My Dog Skip was the first one. I think I was 12 years old when it came out. And dog deaths, like I said, they get me. And they're the worst. And when I remember the scene, I haven't seen the movie in 20 years probably, but when Frankie Muniz is like, yeah, and he's like holding the dog when they put him down. He's like, and then Skip died. And he's in the bed.
So My Dog Skip is your pick.
Yeah, My Dog Skip,
Okay.
Skip dying.
Skip dying. I don't remember
This
it that
draft
much.
could also just be called the Dead Dog.
Yeah, the Dead
I
Dog
guess.
draft.
I got a couple. I got
Should we
a.
just
I got a
talk about
couple.
dead dogs?
I got a couple more dead dogs on my list.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like I
fuck.
saw Lion King in theaters. Mufasa dying, like never batted an eye. I love the movie, just never batted an eye. My Dog Skip, I was like, holy, like just melting. Didn't break a tear. I was melting though.
That's a shame. There's not GoPro footage of a young White Sox Dave stone face.
I went with my.
getting trampled in White Sox Dave. Just like, nope, don't care.
He's
There's
digging
nothing you
around
want
his
more than
popcorn.
candid cameras on White Sox Dave, Eddie. You was like, well, we got to get this going.
But I mean, come on, that's a funny image. Him being like, it did nothing
Yeah.
for me.
Do you wanna break into his apartment this weekend while he's gone? And we can't say that.
I should.
Yeah.
You can say
should.
that. Oh
Yeah,
no, you can't say that.
Comes out.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't see that coming. Did anyone else? Kate, did you have this? Do you know this movie?
The one that My Dog Skip?
Yeah.
Yes, I know it, and it's a sad scene, but I feel like it's not one of the more popular. Like
It
I don't
wasn't
know,
a
it's
very
like one of the
popular.
lesser
It
known.
wasn't a crazy pop. Did we lose Kate?
Yeah, it wasn't a crazy popular movie, but you're right. It is a sad scene. It is a sad scene.
And then my next pick for the wraparound.
He's going to do it here.
know.
Happy. I think Happy. Sad scene or cry scene. When Andy dropped the toys off in Toy Story 3 at the kid's house at the end of the movie.
Now, that's a great pick. That is some heavy hitting shit.
probably-
That's
Wait, that part made
Yeah.
you tear up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking. It's not sad. It's like the whole. I know there was a fourth one and everything. I haven't seen the fourth one, but the first 3 were just
There's a lot of
peak
moments in those
1990s
movies.
babies movies.
Oh, yeah.
And when he dropped the toys off, it's like they went their separate ways and everything. You know?
That's true. For me, it was the incinerator part. Is
Yeah.
that I was
See, that-
crying. I was like, oh no.
A couple of
but
but they got out of it and it was a happy ending, but it made like that was the closest as an adult I've
Well,
other
it
than
could
one
still
movie.
be drafted.
I know.
It could still be drafted. But not. I like your reasoning here.
Yeah, I mean they're best friends, all of them, even though Andy didn't know that they were like, actual sentient beings. He didn't know that. He still had like that was his childhood toys,
It's a rock and a hard place, though, because Toy Story, throughout all 4 films, has something that just gets you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's the hardest I cried through all the Toy Stories, and that's like
That's
that's,
the
last
that's
scene?
on my list for sure. That was like one of my top. I thought I'd be able to get it later, but
really.
I just uncontrollable because it's like that childhood boyish bond. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly,
It like made
exactly.
me feel like a little kid again.
Right.
I remember I was probably like in my mid 20s when I saw it. I was like on a date or something. I just like lost my shit. I think the Mufasa one is more like he was the leader. He got killed, and he got kind of fucked over. The sad part there is the boy crying over his dead dad.
Yes.
And like the little boy just being like, "No, Dad, it's not
Yeah.
the actual." So that's going back to like the incinerator thing. Like, so Kate, you're crying during this like action scene where it's like, "Oh my God, it's stressful,"
And
you're,
you knew they were gonna get out of it too.
You're just like,
I think.
But it was, to me, it was the fact that they all held on to each other, and they're like, well,
Yeah, that's
it was
true.
very like backdraft, like you go, we go. They like just.
Can
held
you
on to
imagine if they
each
just
other
ended the
and-
movie like they're in the incinerator?
Yeah.
it's over.
That's it. White Sox Dave would have been like, "What is that bad? Is that supposed to not have happened?"
I'm supposed to feel fucking bad for these toy soldiers, like a fucking Mr. Potato, Mrs. Potato
Yeah,
Head.
what? Huh?
She actually just died in real life. Mrs. Potato Head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
George
R.I.P.
Costanza's mom in Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She just died, and then Jerry's mom died like a week ago, in real life. His Seinfeld TV show
Damn.
mom, that is.
Okay. Andy dropping off the toys in Toy Story, a happy cry. Back to me, I'm stunned you didn't take this. Like actually stunned, but I gotta go with Brooks's death in Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good one. It was on my list.
If you go back and you look at the speech, it is heartbreaking.
When he's talking about the crow,
Oh, yeah.
Jake, he's like, I let Jake go. I wonder if he'll come say hi to me. I look out my window every morning and he's not there or whatever it is. Fucking waterworks.
But like it's the
Yeah.
premise is a guy who just doesn't know what to do with his life when he gets out of prison because
Right.
life has passed him by.
He's institutionalized. That's what
Yes.
they said. Yeah.
Yep.
He almost gets hit by the car.
Yes.
Because he
Yep.
Dear
the cars
fellas,
weren't around
I
when
can't
he-
believe
yeah.
how fast things move on the outside.
Yeah.
I have it pulled
Oh, and the
up.
people are like rude to him in the supermarket when he's trying
Yeah.
his best.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
he's not
it's-
fast enough.
Can I take a
and-
piss break,
Yeah.
boss?
He's like, my hands.
That
hurt.
wasn't him,
Maybe
but
I should
yes.
rob the store and shoot him, and that would be it's like holy shit. He's like, I've decided not to stay. I doubt they'll kick up any fuss for an old crook like me. That was very sad.
I had an apartment, my first apartment in New York City. In the closet, when you looked up inside it, was written Brooks was here.
That's
in, like,
fucking
red.
weird.
Ooh.
Even
Right.
if I knew it
Yeah.
wasn't my place, I would be fucking weirded out.
Yeah, that was a weird.
That's a
Weird
weird
thing.
one.
Big Shawshank fan. But I know you love that
Yeah.
movie, so I'm surprised.
I think everybody loves that movie. It's turned into a verb. You got Shawshanked.
Yeah.
Or that would be a participle, Ed. But yeah, it's just a all-time great movie. I don't know one person who doesn't absolutely love that movie.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that
It's
scene,
a
great,
must watch
yeah,
whenever it's on.
It's a what? It's a part what?
participle, Shawshanked,
Participle.
past participle. If we want to get very
Dave.
specific, just saying.
Oh.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
What are you doing? Okay, Chief.
I'm going with, I think it's a movie that I've only seen once because I refuse to watch it again, but I think it's the saddest movie I've ever seen. It's Manchester by the Sea. And yeah, so where I'll take the scene where he's actually telling, I don't even want to say it in case it spoils it.
I've never seen
I've
it.
never seen it either.
Oh my god, dude. That is truly, of any movie anyone could say, I feel like the saddest possible scenario any human could ever experience ever.
Yeah.
And
You
you're
gotta
right.
say it. It's an old movie. Spoilers.
It's not that. It's
I
what,
mean,
2016, something like that?
It's old enough where everybody's had an ample amount of time to see it, so you can spoil it for me. If the
Is it
rest of
like the end plot line? Like, is it like the end, or is it like
Kinda.
what happens?
Yeah. Like I remember like when he like tells the story of what happened in this movie, it like breaks you.
Do you know it?
No, I haven't seen it. I wanted to watch it because I like Casey Affleck, but then I heard it was like the saddest movie of all time, and I
It
know it's
is.
about like a husband-wife relationship, and I just have zero interest.
Not yes and no, but should I just say it?
Yeah,
Kate?
I want to know, but I'm
Okay.
I
scared to
can
know.
just say it.
He accidentally
Oh no! I know what you're
No.
gonna say.
kills his children.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All
Yeah.
of them, like
All
all
of-
5 of them.
How accidentally?
He's partying with his friends one night, and his wife's like, "Oh, keep it down, you guys! Like, end the party or whatever." And so like he goes though, they like leave, but he goes to get more beer, and when he leaves the fireplace going, and like an ember comes out, like
a
basically
log
his-
rolls out and burns the house down with his kids inside.
Oh,
That's pretty fucking sad.
It's and like his
and like throughout the
performance.
movie, they show how much he loves his wife. He fucking loves his kids. He's like,
Yeah.
it's just,
It like
fucking
rips
brutal,
your
dude.
heart out. Like it is the saddest movie I've ever seen.
Oh, I thought his wife
He's
was
one like
dying
a-
of cancer.
Yeah. That's
No,
what I.
no.
dude.
Did you think that?
Well,
I thought it was a wife
there is
move,
another
yeah.
scene with his wife that is equally devastating, but in like it because they can't, their marriage can't survive what happened, and then he goes on just basically being like,
So should put fire scene.
what?
Fire scene. Like.
It's like he's like recounting what happened. It's not even like they show it, but like it's him like describing what happened. Like
If I
after
put
the
Manchester
fact.
by the Sea scene, Ken Jack will know what I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you recommend this movie?
It won like 1 million Oscars, didn't it?
He got
I
best
don't know.
actor.
Yeah.
Oh, he should have.
Yeah.
He
He
absolutely
did.
should have.
I thought he did.
I
He
don't
did.
know if he did or not, but
Wait, he
It's
did.
like beautifully shot too. It like gives you such a feel for that area, and
Yeah.
the whole thing is just fucking
I
rips your heart out.
would recommend it, but like you'd need to like
Be prepared.
It's a
Block-
tough question because
block-
people watching
yeah.
them like, what the fuck, Chief? You recommended this. This is messed up.
Block off like the next 24 hours to kind of collect yourself.
Is this the
Really?
saddest
Yeah, to
movie
just
on the
stare.
list so far?
Yes, because
Yes.
yes.
Holy shit!
And,
I gotta watch
and
this
those, so
movie.
like, yeah, and those are
I'm
like, there's
out on it. I'm sure it's a great movie, great
What are you
film,
gonna
work
be
of
fucking
art.
stone faced when you watch it?
yeah, you won't give a shit.
Dave's like, yeah, but was the dog get out of the house?
Yeah.
Was the dog
Yeah,
eat?
see,
Dog
like
it
all
out.
those people can burn alive.
And Dave's like, guy walked to the store to get more beer. Could have happened to anyone.
Kids couldn't get out.
Yeah,
Should have
it
been
is
more
true.
athletic.
It is true.
5 kids too many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Big.
So I don't like
There's
fireplaces.
an uplifting part of this. There's an uplifting storyline throughout it, though, too. So
Kinda, yeah.
Sort of,
Yeah,
sort of.
sort of.
Okay, that's
yeah.
good. All right, it's on Amazon Prime, so I'll
Yeah.
check it out.
oh man.
Fuck though.
Maybe
That
I'll
sounds
watch it tonight.
dark, dude.
If you want to fuck up your whole weekend, kick things off tonight. With a
You know
couple
what?
beers and-
Things have been going too well for me lately.
yeah.
I need
You
to
wanna bring it
I
back
need to
down.
level
Are there
set.
times we like actively seek out sad movies?
Yes. For
Oh yeah.
Sure.
You ever been in the
Yes.
mood for a cry? Like you got shit going on in your life, you just can't
And
do
then
it
you
on your
actively
own.
turn on sad music. It's like, why does your brain
Oh.
work like that? When it's
Yeah.
like, why am I like?
So you have to press the release valve and just let it out.
Yeah.
See, I'm the exact opposite.
You want
Like,
to bottle
I-
it up.
No, I'll like try to do everything to get my mind off of it. Like the floor will be open after I say this to make fun of me, but if I'm like in a bad mood, I'll just go for a run and get those natural highs going, and I feel better.
Yeah.
I don't
Listen to Depeche
actively listen to like fucking music that makes me want to kill myself.
There have been
Been on a kick, Ed?
Depeche Mode? Maybe. You said you do that, right, Kate? I mean, yeah, that's normal.
Oh, spiral. I know I'm doing it. I'm like, oh, we're about to like invest the next several hours into spiraling. Like I will like knowingly do it. I don't know. It's fucked up, but some people call that depression. I don't know. I really enjoy diving in.
I love Kate's brain is like just watching your Instagram stories and stuff and seeing you like, I don't know, it's very funny. Seeing you in the moment, like I don't know, like I feel like you could see your brain function as you like live, if that
It's a
makes
roller
sense.
coaster.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
good times. Good times.
All right, Kate, you're up.
Okay, I have a couple choices here that I'm a little bit stuck between, but this one, just the acting alone draws it out of you, even if you aren't that sad at the scene. To me, the acting just does it. It's Robin Williams screaming, "It's not your fault" to Will in
Yep.
Good Will Hunting, and he's screaming that Will has like taken all this. He's screaming that about the abuse that Will took as a child, and he's just when Robin Williams screams, "It's not your fault." The acting in that is so incredible. Like it makes you cry.
I think that's one of the. It's my number 2 favorite movie of all time, and I think like some of the scenes. There's like 3 different scenes in that movie that I think could be considered the best scenes in movie history. That scene, the scene at the construction yard when Ben Affleck's like, if you're still here in 20 years watching the Patriots games with me, I'll fucking kill myself. And then the pond scene, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
The pond
It's a-
scene's like, I think the greatest movie scene of all time.
Great scene.
He just floors him. He's like,
What's
"Oh,
your
fuck,
number
he's
one?"
right." Movie?
Yeah, what's your number
Almost
one?
Famous.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Another
a
great
personal
movie.
thing.
Yeah.
But
It's a great movie.
it's a great movie, but I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't consider it an all-time great.
Yeah.
But it's my favorite.
Oh, it's great.
But
No,
yeah,
this-
sad that I thought that was going to get to me in the wraparound. I saved that one.
It was on my list. I think I would have taken the next round. But
Yeah,
great
just
great
Robin
scene.
Williams.
Awesome
He,
scene.
his yeah. I
He
was
won an
thinking
Oscar
about
for that movie.
Several of his movies, like
Pretty
he can
sure.
just when you're so into when actors get like. I feel like it's rare that an actor can like really pull you into something, and that's like a sit on the edge of your seat moment.
Yeah.
When that's happening. You're like the room is dead still, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" Like, it's just
Yeah.
such a great scene.
That's a movie for Robin Williams where you're like you forget it's Robin Williams. It's like no, that's just that's just the therapist. Like he's so good that
Yep.
you just like forget everything else that's going on.
Well, I don't believe he got paid like much at all for that movie.
I don't
like
think so.
He like did them a favor because
Yeah.
they were nobodies, and it was like they were fucking psyched that they got Robin Williams, and then like to work in that scene like worked out. Now it's like known as one of Robin Williams' best movies ever.
This is random, but I recently signed up for J-Lo's newsletter, and she
Okay.
had a music video that Ben Affleck made for her for Valentine's Day. And so it was a mashup. It was her singing a song for her new movie or whatever, but the music video he made was a mashup of her like growing up and then just black and white stills of him behind the scenes of Good Will Hunting, looking into the camera, smoking cigarettes. It was so fucking weird. Anyway,
All right.
I heard
That's
that
wild.
weird.
he didn't smoke cigarettes until that movie. And if you look at the different scenes where he's smoking a cigarette, it's like there's a continuity issues where the cigarette will be brand new and then it'll be down to the nub like in the same scene. And after that movie, he smoked so many cigarettes filming it, he got hooked and now he smokes cigarettes. Something like that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, every other scene was like J-Lo singing, then it was like black and white of him smoking, and then J-Lo singing, and then him ripping smokes.
I thought he was fucking awesome in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
awesome. And
He's a great dramatic actor.
I think he's
mostly was.
he's fucked up in a lot of movies too, though.
Yeah,
like
sure,
Batman,
but-
come on, you're not Batman, man. Like, don't take that role.
Oh,
Stick to
Affleck.
what you're-
Affleck,
yeah.
sorry. I
are
was
you talking about Robin?
I was talking Williams.
I thought he
yeah.
was talking about Robin
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Sorry. Also, like, we're just gonna overlook that you're subscribed to J-Lo's newsletter.
It was for a blog. I wanted to get. She said I have the scoop on my engagement to Ben Affleck and blah blah blah, and I was like, oh, but you have to sign up for my newsletter to get it. And I was like, all right, for the blog. And now I get like 10 emails a day from J-Lo telling me about makeup and stuff like
You
that.
haven't unsubscribed though, so
I mean, I do want the scoop. The hot ticket item.
Okay, it's not your fault. Good pick, Carl. You're up again.
I'm gonna take the Notebook. I'm gonna take the end of the Notebook. I actually did cry during that, and that came out when we were in college, and that was like a thing I remember like culturally where it was like, are you gonna watch the Notebook with your girlfriend? It was like, yeah, hey, why don't we watch the Notebook tonight? We'll order takeout, have a little sex. Mm-hmm. And
Just
I
a
did
little?
I did a Notebook night, and I remember just like crying and being like very emotional, and I was like, oh, I'm a huge pussy. And I think that was the first time I like cried watching a movie in front of another girl.
yeah.
How'd it go over?
Is that a good thing? Kate, actually, let me ask you that.
Yeah, why are you looking at me?
Is what a good thing? Is like
Like a
crying
guy
in front of your girl?
Yeah. If you,
Oh.
especially if it's like young in the relationship, like first few.
Let's say it's inside of a month.
You know
Let's
what
say
you
you're
wanna
on
do?
date 5. You've already had sex.
If you've already had sex, okay. If you haven't had sex yet, only maybe just let her see that like the rim of your eye has a little liquid in it, but you're holding it together. If you've had sex, you can allow a teardrop to fall. If you've
You
done
think
anal,
we're fucking?
you can let it all out. You've been together long enough that you can snot all over, you can sob.
You blow your
But yeah,
nose.
there's a definite it's an escalation. But at
Kate.
first,
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Chief, I've actually never
Fuck
seen
yeah.
it. so-
You've never seen
I
it?
know,
seen it
no.
with
So,
a girl.
not to brag.
That I mean, you're not. I don't think 99.9% of dudes are watching that without a girl.
Same thing on Freeform. It's on all the time. I stop on it.
And
No.
I will say, it does get you a little horn. If you're trying to get it does get you a little horn. Because they're like a hot young couple. They're doing it in the abandoned house.
Yeah.
And it's.
But
Well, yeah, and that's a good combo too. I mean, we could do like movie duos or something, and I don't know if it gets better than Rachel McAdams.
they
and,
dated in real
I
life.
love her.
I love her specifically
Love her.
in that. Like that to me is like that is like my dream girl. And that movie is Rachel McAdams. And I will say similar story to Carl's, but for whatever reason in that last scene, so all my grandparents have died with Alzheimer's, so that was a little bit personal. And when he is in that, whatever, it's not the whole movie, it's just the last scene where he's in the like kind of dark, like moonlit lighting in that room. He looks exactly like my mom's dad who died of Alzheimer's. And it was like, what am I even fucking looking at? It was just like that lighting. And it was just like, poof, like,
That's fucked up, yeah.
like an explosion. We hadn't done anal yet, but I had.
How'd it go over with her? Was she consoling you?
I was just like, don't look at me.
Get the fuck out of the room.
Turn away.
Yeah, because it was, I think I was 18 or 19, and
Oh,
it was
fuck,
like,
yeah,
oh
that's-
god. But yeah,
Tough.
good pick.
End of the Notebook off the board. Carl, you're up again.
Fuck it, I'm taking my girl.
His glasses. Oh. Sorry.
Just like, yeah, I mean, him getting attacked. I think I did like a I think I did like a wake up with the death scene from My Girl before as like a blog. Yeah, I mean, it's just obviously tragic and it's sad and it's a little kid and then like getting attacked by the bees and then
Went back for the mood ring.
Just tough. The only thing is that I remember the first time I'm watching it being like, I was still at the age where you were like learning that like death meant you were gone for good. So it was like, but then as you get older, it's a sadder.
Yeah. I watched this last night doing research.
Did you just sit there and cry all night?
It was a tough one to do research for.
Were
I'll
you
be
just
honest.
you were just pulling up the scenes on YouTube, right?
Yes. that's all I
Okay.
was doing.
Okay.
And probably the worst part about it is that Aykroyd has to tell his daughter, and that's like, so the scene is like, you see it happen, and then like it doesn't end. It's just like,
It goes right into like the wake or the.
Yes.
Well, that's the part that kills me is when she's like holding his dead body at the funeral and she's like, he can't see without his glasses. They forgot to put his glasses on him.
Yeah.
And she's like, he needs to see. Like, she won't accept that he's gone. And oh my God, I'm a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Girl. That's a big one. I wonder how much
Also,
it holds up.
Plays into bees, our fear of bees as kids. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I hate
Sorry.
bees.
For real.
Phew.
91 Biggie B year.
Now, was he allergic to bees, right?
Yeah.
He was
Or was
allergic
it,
to everything.
and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because EpiPens are so expensive now.
I've heard that. Who was that?
You should do something on that. You guys should sit around and talk about it. It's fucking crazy.
We talked about that in the bracket this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's all right. The death scene for My Girl. It's a good pick. Kate, you're up again.
Oof, man. I'm torn between two so hard right now. I'm going to say the one that I'll go with my heart, the one that gets me. Castaway, when Kelly chases Jack down the driveway in the rain and is screaming, "You are the love of my life," when she says that but you know that it's too late and they cannot be together now. Too much time has passed and like it's just not going to work. That part just
That is a tough scene.
And after everything he's made it through and like, but yeah, just her running down the driveway, the rain, the tear, like gets me every time. Unrequited love.
Yep.
Sad.
It's not even unrequited, right? I mean,
Right.
Yeah. They love each other. I
haven't seen that. Did they have a funeral for him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yep.
You haven't seen that?
No, I have not in a while. I've seen it a
okay.
handful of times. Great movie. I don't know if I would have picked that exact scene though.
That is.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
I
but-
thought you were
The
too.
volleyball?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's
and I was
floating
gonna
away.
make fun of you for that because it's like, what the fuck are we
Oh,
talking
dude, that's
about?
his only companion for however
It's
many
a
years.
fucking inanimate object with
No
a blood stain
shit.
and grass sticking out of it. Like that, who cares?
Wilson Sporting Goods cares. That was a great promotion, and here's it's still going. He threw out the first pitch
at
the
the
other day
Indians
at
game
the Mets
or the
for the
Guardians.
the Guardians game.
Yeah.
And he like brought out the fucking Wilson ball.
Yeah, but Kate, I think that's an appropriate answer because that is a sad scene.
It is such a sad
Yeah.
scene.
Do you
I
like
feel
Helen
you're right,
Hunt?
A lot of people. What's that?
Helen Hunt, isn't that the actress?
It is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she had a nice run there.
Twister.
Yeah.
Twister.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I feel like that was a lot of first time boondoggle scenes for guys in Twister when she has the wet T-shirt on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's a little chilly out, you know.
I think that was my
Anyway.
first PG-13 movie in the theaters. And
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Kate, if you were stranded on a remote island in the South Pacific, would your military background allow you to survive for however many years to get to?
No.
You wouldn't be able to start fires or nothing.
No, I'd be fucked.
Spear fish,
No, I would maybe last a week on coconuts and then.
and
I
then
would
just
die.
be
Shit
like,
your
all right.
brains out and die.
A lot of people think like military people are a lot more high. Some of them are very high speed. I'm not one of them. No, I would. for
What
sure
about
die.
Uncle Chaps?
I bet you Khan said he would
he
be
would
able to
die
yeah,
faster
survive.
than
cons. I'm not even gonna ask about cons. There, doofus.
Yeah, no. We'd all die. ZBT would die.
He would be the first one. Actually, if it was like Lord of the Flies, I would be like gathering everybody up. I'd be like, "That's the guy we got to take out for food."
There's a lot of ham on that guy. A lot of good ham hock going on. Dave, I can see you being the one that survives.
I
Being
think-
just
I would. It could go one of two ways. Like I would figure it out right away, and like start fire, like rubbing sticks together,
You would figure out what right away.
like how to survive on the island. Like it would just click for me.
I think that's an
Or
ongoing
I would
process.
just like be so lazy and bored. I'd be like, just get me out of here. Like I'll float out to sea and just like. Have you ever seen the movie? Oh, what the fuck's it called? They like go scuba diving and then they have like these ropes connected to the boat. It's like a commercial scuba.
Yeah. And they get left.
And they get left, and she just
it's
takes
horrifying.
her life vest off,
It's horrifying. Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, I'm done." She just takes her life vest off and like sinks to the ocean.
Hey, what is that from?
Deep blue sea. Deep blue
Yeah,
sea.
that movie's
With LL Cool J?
No, Deep Blue. Yeah, you're thinking that's not Deep Blue Sea. That movie rocks though. With the fucking
There's the
steroid
shark?
Oh,
yeah.
that's a steroid shark. Yeah.
Samuel L.
Like,
Jackson.
Yeah.
Gets
That movie's
eaten.
fucking
Is
sick.
J-Lo in that?
What fucking movie is it?
Don't
She
think
could
so.
be. Absolutely. I,
think
don't know if she
J-Lo
is, but
might
she
be
could
in
have
it.
been.
LL Cool J, Samuel.
No, that was
Anaconda.
that was Anaconda.
But like they're the same movie.
They are the same
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steroid sharks.
whole
And it was in the
genre.
news recently that steroid dolphins. Did you blog about? Someone was talking about that.
No,
Steroid
They're in
dolphins.
Russia. They're
yes.
guarding Russian ports. The U.S. has a whole Russian, or has a whole dolphin.
Dolphin Brigade.
Wait.
Military dolphins.
Are you kidding me?
No, I swear to God, we've had them on ZBT. One of the
How did that
trainers.
interview go?
Yeah, it was interesting.
You
I'll tell
interviewed
that
military dolphins? Did they like speak to you with their sonar radars or whatever?
much. Yeah, we put a little mic in the blowhole and we just let her rip.
Who translated that?
They don't say much.
No,
Very simple.
Chaps.
Chaps did.
Yeah,
Chaps speaks
there's a lot
dolphin.
of there's a
We
lot
do
of
have-
crossover between the dog training and the dolphins.
Yeah.
and-
Yes.
It's
Yep.
called Open Water,
Open water. That's
Oh
the one.
yeah, open water.
and it was based on
I
a
saw
true
it-
story.
I saw it in theaters and I was like, it was a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
horrible movie.
Low budget, Ed. You like that? Low budget, high box
gross
office.
or box
High
office.
energy.
Oh, look at that $120,000 budget to $500,000, and it made $55 million. That's
a good
deal.
ROI
That
right
is
there.
so
Yep.
cheap for a movie. Holy
love
That's
shit.
a really good ROI.
Yeah, Ed's a budget guy.
I like the budget in the box
Wow.
office. It's always interesting. Okay, Kelly chasing Jack and Castaway. Chief, you are up.
I'm gonna go with Green Mile.
Fuck.
The end of Green Mile,
Yep.
where John Coffey gets executed, and they're looking around the room, and everybody in the room, like all the guards,
They're
know
all
like
ti-
he's
yeah.
wrongfully executed, and like the other guards are crying. Hanks is somehow like kind of like what you're saying, like you just let a little bit on your eyelid because he
Didn't we just talk about the other actor? What's his name? He was in Saving Private Ryan too.
Oh, Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper. Yes, he's just fucking crying his eyes out the whole scene.
Yeah, and it's like this is like he's a
He's a miracle.
supernatural guy, totally innocent and wrongfully executed, and you're just watching it, and it's like this is a good man been put to his death, but he wants to go, and like that's part of it, and it's just like holy shit. And didn't actually cry from that, but I could have.
You absolutely
I felt
Potential was there.
yeah, I felt the emotion. I just didn't let any squeeze out. But I'm going with that one because I feel like my next two are where I kind of go off the board a little bit and sink my draft like I always do.
You go, Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't put the mask. I'm afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will
Yeah.
get a lot of love. This
that
was like
that whole fucking last like 30 minutes, and then when he's talking to the mouse, he shows the girl the mouse when they're all like 100 years old.
Yeah. This is
Mr. Bojangles?
Right, Mr. Bojangles.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a movie that I was on. I saw it for the first time on like TNT or TBS. So
That's how I was too. Yeah.
with commercials, it took like 4 hours. But it started at like 10 a.m. and I was on vacation with a girl I was seeing at the time, and we had plans. I'm like, I'm not leaving. Like, I am finishing the rest of
we're
this.
pot committed.
I got like an hour left to go. Like, I'm sorry about a reservation. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in this hotel room.
Just a absolutely fantastic pick and movie. That would have been my next pick for sure.
Okay.
One of them.
all right. John Coffey, Execution. All right, it's my pick. Before we really kick it off, though, we got to talk about Roman, Chief.
Okay.
Yeah, so whether you're looking for gains at the gym or a better experience in the bedroom, there's never any shame in showing up for yourself and your health. The folks at Roman Online Men's Health Company, they're changing the game with these Roman Swipes, the secret to longer lasting sex. Roman Swipes are clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and they're fast acting. but they don't require a prescription. Roma can ship swipes to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipe packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. Just take the swipe out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry. You're good to go. That's it. Go to getroma.com/dogwalk to get $10 off when you choose a monthly plan. That's getroma.com/dogwalk. One more time, getroma.com/dogwalk. Go do it. You can't change your sex drive. You can't. It's not going to work. There's no way to do it besides using this.
Get on Roman. Just get on Roman. GetRoman.com. They got a little bit of everything that you could ever want.
They do.
And if you're not checking them out by now, your life is at least some percentage worse by not going to Roman.
Yep.
They can fix a lot of your issues.
Give them a peek.
Mm-hmm.
Tough, man. There's a lot of picks here.
It's gonna be a good honorable mention one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very good honorable mention one. I'm gonna take one, obviously. That's, I'm going to go personal here, Chief. And I think it's good, but I don't think this movie hits nationally like it does Chicago-wise, I guess. But I'm taking G Baby Dying in Hardball.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what?
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
This was not on my list, and I am devastated that it wasn't, because that's a great pick, and that's a tough scene.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And he's just like the cutest kid in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
G-Baby.
G-Baby, R.I.P.
He actually went to Southern when I was there.
G-Baby did.
G-Baby did.
Yeah, I think he's
really?
still...
Did you?
Reports where he didn't like being called G-Baby, but
I
can't confirm.
He was
Tough
in
luck,
Angels in
though.
the Outfield, too, wasn't he?
No.
Oh, that I was.
Was the movie
PJ?
like 10
Yeah, the ages are way off. Think about
Yeah,
it
he'd
for a
be
second.
closer
Yeah.
to Danny Glover.
Yeah.
I don't know when those two movies came out.
Angels in the Outfield was like 93.
And when was this?
Like,
Like
late
98.
90s.
Oh, okay.
But just
mistake.
like gets the game when it like hit, like
Yep.
moment of his life, and then Keanu Reeves gives a beautiful eulogy about the moment, and
Yeah, it's a great pick. G-Baby jersey is also a great jersey. If you see
It
a guy
is.
wearing a G-Baby jersey.
Respect.
very good. The Cucumbas
Much respect.
There is.
came out in 2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing that doesn't, I mean, it's obviously sad. So this is a great pick. You could win the draft with this pick.
You think so?
Yeah, I think you can. I think people love the G-Baby death so much. Like it's like
They
G-Baby is
love that death.
Well,
Favorite.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a notable,
Yeah.
culturally
Yeah.
significant.
It's
like
like
you say
it's-
G-Baby, you're
It's
like,
a cult.
no.
It's like a cult pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but I will poke holes because it's like Keanu Reeves is a degenerate gambler, and it's not really that sad of a movie. And then he just dies.
But it is, like, I mean,
It is
it's
sad,
about
though.
it's about a team that they didn't have shit, and then like they worked their way up, and then he was always on the bench talking shit. He could never play, and then he gets his moment. And he gets senseless guns violence. It's sad. It's sad. G-Baby.
Good baseball movie.
Yeah.
So I got the filming locations pulled up. I remember looking this up the last time I watched a movie. There was a scene filmed like a block from where you live now. I'm not going to say where, but
Say it. No.
I don't want to fucking dox the kid.
So,
Good
yeah,
pick. I thought the movie.
I love the movie too. I love
It was like the Mighty Ducks of baseball, kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
In a sense, yeah. I loved it.
I think it's a great pick. I think it's probably the best pick of the draft so far.
Oh, thank you.
I think it's the best non-chalk pick. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Thank you.
That's true. I forgot about it. And as soon as you said it, like, I remember crying to that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was tough, man. White Sox Dave.
This was also it was right around the same time, I think. But Titanic, Jack dying,
Meh.
floating away. I watched a movie with my mother. First pair of tits I've ever seen in my life.
Your mom's?
Yep.
Not my mom's, no. Well, actually, probably, if we're being
Factual.
scientific.
Yeah.
Not sexual, scientific.
Yes.
Kate, how old's your kid now?
He's a little over a year.
A little over a year. Are you going to let him watch Kate Winslet get undressed? Because that's like, I feel like that's
that was
probably
going somewhere.
all of
Like,
our.
is he about to ask me if my son has seen my tits?
No, that's how. You guys are perverts. You guys are perverts.
We're
You guys are
we're
perverts.
not perverts.
I
We're
had no
trying to
idea where that was
anticipate
going.
your pervert mind.
Yeah.
First pair of tits I think I ever saw.
I mean, Dave, you could have answered that, and that wouldn't have been the most out of line question you asked her on the show today. So
Yeah.
Fair.
Is this before or after I put him down?
I mean, he might be getting up there in age.
Right. Okay.
Bad arthritis in the hips, can't walk anymore.
Yeah.
but
I
that-
remember watching that in the living room with my family. Like we had to get it was 2 VHS tapes.
Yeah, it was.
from
It
Block.
was
You had
the,
to get
right,
2.
right. Because it was like 3.5 hours long. Yep.
Yeah, and my family, like my parents are pretty strict in that scene. I don't think they knew that was in there because you couldn't look shit up on the internet really. But I
Right,
don't know.
right.
But the whole family, we all just were like completely still.
Awkward.
Yeah, it was awkward.
I feel like, but that's actually, it turned it out being a valid question from Dave. Like, are you going to let the little guy watch the scene? Like, I feel like that's a good way to break him in.
That's a good point. I guess, yeah, maybe when he's old enough. Sure.
What's old enough?
That is a really good question.
That
Do
movie
you
came
think,
out
like,
in '97, so I would have been 9. I think it came out in '97.
I,
right?
Yeah.
I think I saw it when I was around like 9 or 10. So I guess, and I'm okay, I guess, besides being an emotional roller coaster. So sure, yeah, I'd let him watch it.
You can't punish your son for being a horny little boy.
Yeah, and too, like when I was that age, I was like, why are they all sweaty in that car? Yeesh, that's not. But like I was too stupid.
The
Like, I
handprint.
kind of knew, but I didn't fully.
Turn the
They're rolling around in
defrosters
that
off.
thing.
Yeah, what's going on down there?
Yeah, what? So
Dave, have you ever put this movie in and paused it at that scene?
I don't think so, Ed.
Okay. I know that was a popular thing to do.
Big time.
deposit on the tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pause it there.
She had a great rack. Has a great rack, I'm sure.
True.
Let's get her on the show.
Kate
Yeah.
Winslet. You're from Philly, Kate. I heard that Philly people loved her in the Mayor of Easttown. Like, she fucking nailed that accent and how we act and everything.
Dude, she absolutely, because the Delco accent is hard to get down. Like it's not an easy. Like Rowan does it pretty well, but for people who haven't done it, and she just fucking, and she's from the
England.
UK,
She's
isn't
from
she?
England. Yeah, she's English.
Like she fucking nailed it. The look at like everything about her. I was like, oh, I've seen that woman.
Yeah.
Sitting on a stoop ripping a heater in Delco. Like I've seen her. I know her. Oh yeah, she fucking nailed it.
That's
And
great.
great tits.
So who, Jack, you didn't like the pick, though.
I didn't care about Jack.
Here's the thing. I think it's a better.
How? Just this little fucking like vagabond just living life from Wisconsin, makes it to the UK, wants to go to France, decides to go to probably one of the most classic tragedies in history was the sinking of the Titanic. It was supposed to be unsinkable, and he saves her not once but twice. I do hate, and I know you guys are all thinking it, that they didn't at least attempt to both get on the door together.
door.
Yeah.
But then he had the symbolic handcuffs that she broke with the thing, and he, I think it's a fucking great cry scene.
Nah, I don't even think that's the saddest death. There's the one with the old people in the bed.
Fuck. Don't.
Oh yeah. Do you know?
Oh, you're gonna
in
double
Up-
dip on movies?
I have it on my list because I
Okay,
think that's
my-
a way sadder moment.
Me too.
Oh.
My
I think
apologies.
That's a way sadder. I'm not
Oh,
going
yeah.
to take it now, but that's
My
a way
apologies.
sadder moment. Is
Yeah.
the old people.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
That doesn't
about
make
Jack.
it. I mean, it's just a quick. It's just a quick
true,
glimpse. It's like
true,
B-roll.
but
Yeah.
it is fucking.
That's the most fucked up part, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know which
Well,
part I'm talking about,
when they
Kate?
lock all the poor people in the bottom,
Yeah.
that sucks too. All
Well,
the kids and all the moms.
that
like,
one
and
too.
they
Yeah,
lock
no,
the
that's
gate
the
and
sad-
There's the one
that's the
scene with the
saddest
mother
one.
cradling the baby.
Oh.
who's
Right.
just
Putting
frozen
the
to
kids
death
in the
already.
bunk beds.
Yeah.
And she's
Right.
like, "You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine."
Yeah.
It's like, no, those kids are gonna drown.
But the old
Yeah.
people just riding it out, cuddling, like
Yeah.
that's just and then you see the water.
Their
coming in.
gravestone is in a cemetery here in New York City. I took a tour. I took a
Wait,
cemetery tour.
wait. That's like
Oh,
that
really?
actually happened.
Their bodies aren't in it, but it's like, oh yeah, that's a real couple. And they're, I took the Woodlawn is for Lovers cemetery tour one Valentine's Day, and their gravestones
That's
here in New York. That's a
Jesus
real
Christ,
story.
Kate.
Yeah, I know. I was going through a couple things. Anyway,
Oh no.
All's well that ends well. So.
yeah, it's fine.
Jesus.
But no, I think that's. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess not a crime mode, but I think that's way more horrifying.
Laugh moment when that guy hits the propeller jumping off the back.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
haven't-
just
I
like
think it can't get any worse.
I saw,
Yeah.
I saw they have an action figure for that. They like made an action figure out of.
That's
Really?
all. I mean,
yeah.
that scene's laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
That's a funny death scene.
What about Fabrizio getting smoked by the fucking pipe stack?
Bastardo.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh yeah,
Fabrizio get fucking
Fabrizio.
smoked.
Did you
man.
take exception to that as part of Italian America?
Well, I mean, he didn't have to have him go out like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew he wasn't gonna make it.
It's a caricature of your culture too. It's like all the
I
stereotypes.
did a blog
Yeah.
right when we first went full time, and it was the most punchable movie characters ever, and I think I had him number one.
Cal.
Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cal was.
I
bad.
would
He's
love
the
to just
woke.
walk up
He's a
to
piece
him
of
and just
shit.
fucking sock him in the nose.
Piece of shit. David, I am gonna back you up here. Actually, this is just it's
That's
too,
like
it's
what
just-
you guys said for sure. Like the old lady and the like kind of B-roll clips. Those aren't really scenes.
No, but
you
it-
don't have any attachment to the characters.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think just the fact that it's so popular and like it's been so memed and it's just been our eyes are so used to it. Like it's just kind of like people are used to
Yeah.
the death now. Like they
My
just
mom
settled
was
in.
fucking crying her eyes out.
Yeah, in the moment it was sad as fuck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's a good pick.
I didn't cry though. This is the closest I have come to crying as an adult, and it is somewhat recent. I watched this movie on 4th of July of 2020.
This is your
I
next
am
pick?
picking. Yes, this is my next pick. When Jack commits suicide in A Star Is Born.
Oh,
Dude.
I
yes.
was like, holy fuck, I think I might cry. And that's, I think, probably in the last 10 years, it's probably the best movie I've seen that's come out in the last 10 years. I thought that movie was absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So
I thought the movie kind of sucked and was like kind of corny.
No
but
way. It was
I know.
incredible.
I don't know. But when it still though, I didn't love it when it got to that part. It still got me. Like that
Yeah.
part. That just. You're right. That is a tearjerker.
So that didn't get me at all. I saw it in the theaters, and it was one of those things where I was on a date, and it was where the whole theater was like you can hear the sniffling and like the crying around you, and people are just like frozen as the ending credits are going. And I just look over at my date, and she looks at me to be like, I'm just like, you ready to go? Like, can we get the fuck out of here? And she's bawling, and it was like, yeah, this is not gonna work. Like I knew right then, this is not it.
wow.
Yeah,
That was a tough one. I was like shocked more though. But
I
like you
think that's part of what made it so sad is how shocking it was.
Yeah.
Like he realized that she can't fulfill her, future and talent and tap into all her talent with him in her life. And so he's like, I'm
Yeah.
out of here.
That-
That's love.
that manager is like an all-time scumbag in that movie too. Her
Oh,
manager, yeah. And then he makes like the big steak for the dog, and it's just like goodbye.
Okay, Jack's death and A Star Is Born. It's to me. All right, I'm gonna go back because you were talking about it, I was hoping nobody said it, nobody mentioned it during the Toy Story talk. I think this is by far the saddest part of Toy Story, and it's in Toy Story 2 actually, when the Jessie scene. I don't know if you remember that, but I was doing the research last night. This one got me more than anything I watched. I swear to God. It's and it's sad. They fucking brought in Sarah McLachlan for this fucking song.
Ooh.
And it's called When She Loved Me, and they go through the whole thing where like she was so excited to play with her, and then they threw her under the bed, and then like there's nail polish, and then like she's excited because she grabs her one day, and then she just puts her in a box and gives her away. I don't know. Watch the scene. It's fucking really sad. You remember it?
Nope.
No, nobody remembers it.
I
I
actually
can hear the song right now.
When
that,
somebody loves you.
she
Yes,
loved
exactly.
me. And oh yeah, you're right. That's a good one. If you have abandonment issues,
Yeah, that's. I mean,
check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Highly recommend.
Yes.
Good spiral.
I'm telling you, this scene. I watched like fucking 15 scenes last night. This scene was the worst.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I actually have only ever seen Toy Story 1. I haven't seen the full catalog.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, nobody remembers it. So we'll just move on. Chief, you're up.
So this is where I'm going to chief myself, but it's a really good movie, and this is the last time I ever actually cried at a movie. I was going through some shit, but it's About Time. Has anybody seen About Time? It's another Rachel McAdams. Tom seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's
Donald Gleason.
what?
That guy Donald Gleason.
The redhead guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And long story short, it's like another Rachel McAdams time travel movie, but she doesn't time travel. And I'm like, oh, like this will be like a fun, cutesy rom-com Rachel McAdams thing, and then there's like a plot twist at the end. and it's basically the son who, like all the men in the lineage have the ability to time travel. So like his dad, his son, whatever. And it gets to the point where like the main character basically has to choose between his dad, being able to see his dad like going back and forth, or his child. But I feel like I had never heard of it when I watched it. I don't even know when it came out. Probably sometime in the last 10 years.
2013.
Yeah, and it's a good movie. Very good movie.
Yeah, I mean that sounds.
But I guarantee it's not gonna most people. So no one in this room besides Tom has seen it.
Never even heard of it.
Tom, can you vouch?
I
Can you
don't
give
think.
some type of take here?
Yeah, no, it's very sad. The scene, like, weren't they like playing ping pong or something with his dad? Yeah, it's just one of those things you didn't see coming at the end, and it's just tough. Like anything that pulls at like parental shit, you just can't help but think, oh, my dad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And my dad was like, we'll just say like he was pretty sick at the time, so it was like this whole like, so it was very personal, but it like, and just kind of out of nowhere got me, and I was like, oh my god, and just sobbing everywhere.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
It has low ratings from the movie boys, but
well, they're idiots.
but all right, yeah, maybe I'll check this out. So just dad scene about time.
Yeah.
Don't know what I mean.
I feel like sometimes you don't even realize you're going through something until you find yourself crying at a movie and you're like, wait a minute, maybe I should talk to a therapist. I don't
I'm like,
know.
I got
Pretty
it
upset
out
at
of
this.
my system.
Yeah, you're fine.
Just save myself $100 an hour or whatever
Yeah,
it costs. Just
phew.
watch that movie.
That was ways.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate, you're up.
Once again, I'm torn, but I feel like I might take it because he just picked a movie that not a lot of people have heard of, and I'm certain that the Barstool crowd will not know this movie probably at all. But this goes along the lines of the Robin Williams. The performance itself was so incredible that anybody watching it, like if you don't feel something, you're dead inside. Steel Magnolias, fellas. Have you seen it?
No.
Nope.
I've heard of it, but I have
Oh
not
my
seen it.
God. It is.
It's a Dolly Parton.
I would say it is the Forrest Gump of like women's stories. It's like oh my God, it's just so good. I could watch it a million times over. But basically, Sally Field is the mother of, oh my God, who plays Erin Brockovich? What's her name? She's a huge star.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, yeah.
Julia Roberts is super young in this movie. But Sally Field is Julia Roberts' mom. And Julia Roberts in the movie has diabetes and all these like serious complications from it. She's got really bad. And they tell her, if she gets married, they tell her, if you have a baby, like this could really mess things up for you. But she does, and it works out. And she has this beautiful baby girl and this happy life now. And then she goes into diabetic shock when she's at home alone with the baby one day. And she dies, and she's on the floor, and the baby girl's like is a toddler, like is like you can hear the baby
Jesus.
shrieking. And it's like, but long story short, I added all that just so everyone feels sad. Sally Field gives this monologue at the cemetery after she buries her daughter, and it's about how your kids aren't supposed to die before you, and like she wishes it was her, and it's just she gives this monologue to her friends in the cemetery that her tears coming down her, it's so real that you forget you're watching a movie. Like you feel like you're hovering in a cemetery watching a mother mourn her child. It's like, oh my God. Steel Magnolias. When I was pregnant, that was the movie that like I did I started recording myself because I was so absurd that I could not stop. I was like, I'm recording myself right now because I watched Steel Magnolias in this scene. Like, oh my God. If you guys are looking for a movie to like watch with the lady and you want her to have a panic attack, that's the one.
That's the
Steel
one.
Magnolias.
I gotta put it on the list too. Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie.
Am I
It's, like,
making it
so
up
good.
that Dolly Parton was in that movie? Or is she
She's in that movie.
She is in the
Yep.
movie. Okay.
It follows these women, the lives of these women at this small southern hair salon, sort of.
Okay.
And the stuff they go through. But I think it won a ton of awards. Like, it's like legit a great movie.
Your voice was quivering there for a moment when you're
Dude.
Are you
detailing it.
pregnant again, Kate?
I don't know. I hope not. A taint can only handle so much.
Did either of you guys see it?
No.
No, Tom. No.
Oh, dude, I know nobody's gonna watch Steel Magnolias, but fuck,
I might.
and that's gonna give me away on the chart. I know everyone's gonna be like, "Well, that's Kate's row." Steel Magnolias.
I won
Oh,
Steel
fuck.
Magnolias at a family DVD exchange for Christmas one year. We do like a $5, and I got it. My Aunt Nancy was like, "Ooh, that's a good one. Like the girls are gonna like that one." And I never watched it, but it's in my DVD collection. Like when you were moving apartments and stuff, you
Yeah.
gotta pack up the DVDs. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I ever took the plastic wrapping off it, but I do have a copy of Steel Magnolias.
Do you still have a DVD player?
If you got a PlayStation, you do, don't you? Got a PlayStation?
I do, but a dedicated DVD player? I believe I do.
Okay. I don't
not
have
hooked
You
one.
up,
come home
though.
to the lady tonight with a bouquet of flowers and steel magnolias and some chocolates, and you say, we're staying in tonight? Buddy, forget. You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
plan.
interesting.
You're gonna be
Expect
too.
a FaceTime later.
Yeah.
So are you taking the death, the speech, or like all of it?
The speech, the cemetery speech.
Speech.
And watch it on YouTube, man.
I don't
Sally
want to.
Field's monologue in Steel Magnolias. I would say the cemetery speech, Sally Field.
I think I have to watch this now. A lot of stuff
Oh,
usually
dude.
doesn't hit with like nobody's seen
She's
it, but like you
75 now?
summed it up so great that like I kind of want to watch it now.
So I rambled, but like it is, it's like I wanted. She had to have won an award for that movie. Like she had to have.
Look.
She's 75 now.
Yeah, Academy. Well, I don't know if she won for that, but she has won an Academy Award.
She's won 2. It
Says.
says.
That's such a good movie.
Okay. Best Supporting Actress nominated.
She was not nominated for any awards for that movie.
No.
Oh,
Julia Roberts
That's
was
insane.
nominated.
Yeah.
that movie was so good.
Okay.
Or I was pregnant. I don't know. But whatever.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Carl.
So this is tough because there's like a couple. I think I'm gonna go recent. I'm gonna go Pixar. I'm gonna go Coco at the end when she's playing the song for her grandma, and it's like "Remember Me," and that's just an uncontrollable. You're crying throughout the entire song.
Yes.
Like Pixar, they worked you up to the moment so that then they could play the full song, and then you're just bawling your fucking eyes out.
They were edging us the whole
Yeah.
time.
Wait. What movie?
Coco.
Coco, the little Mexican singer, guitar player guy, kid.
Don't
Yeah, it's
know.
like about the kid who he's like gotta save the spirits on Halloween
Yeah.
or
Day of the Dead stuff.
Los Dias de
Muertos.
Muertos.
Dave, you speak Spanish.
Kinda. I don't anymore.
Ed, you see Coco? You a Pixar guy?
I haven't. I'm a Pixar guy, but I've heard all about
Oh, it's
how
so good.
sad
It is a good movie.
this scene is.
I don't even know it.
This scene's also obviously going to hit on the graphic because it's new and there's,
It's vibrant colors.
Yeah,
Dave,
it's-
maybe some 3 in this movie would do you well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. What about a little booger sugar, Kate?
Oh boy, you'd be buzzing, buddy. And you're a guitar player, right?
No. I was bitching to Chief about that yesterday. I try to play like a couple hours a day, and I just fucking stink at it.
Oh, do a couple nose beers, get the guitar out, put Coco on. It'll be
Boom.
great. Yeah,
Boom.
highly recommend.
it's a good pick though, just because I know of the scene.
Yeah.
So song scene, is that what it's technically called?
Yeah, it's like the end of Coco. She's
Okay.
playing the song for the grandma. There's
Okay.
a
Yeah, you could put like "Remember Me" or
I
something.
thought it
with
was.
or-
Is it a? You keep saying she. I thought it was a guy.
no, the girl, the grandma,
No,
Yeah.
but the main character is a little boy.
yeah, little boy.
Yeah.
little boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off for his grandpa or something.
Yeah.
Fifth round, the fifth round.
Dave took the suicide.
I can't believe you didn't like that movie, Kate.
I thought I don't, and it seems right up my alley. I just thought it was so corny for some reason.
Oh my god!
Let me
I
take
thought it
another
was
look at you.
so good.
Turn around,
I
let
thought
me
it was
see you
so
again.
good.
Let me get another look at you.
The only movies
I
that
don't
have
know.
came out recently where I was like, "Holy shit, that was good," was Stars Born and Straight Outta Compton. In like the last 10 years.
Soundtrack was great.
That song is a banger. Tell me something, boy.
Yeah. Wait, so you're telling me 10 years or those are the only two movies you enjoy?
That
You think are critically good?
I haven't. I mean, I kind of stopped going to movies. I just rewatch all the same
Yeah.
shit I've already seen. So, like, I went out and saw those movies, and I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Okay. So in your theater experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't see that in theaters. I'll take that back. But I like actively searched it out.
All right. Carl, fifth round.
Okay, this is a. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie, but I'm gonna take 50-50 at the end
Yeah, I've seen it.
when he's going in for cancer surgery with his best friend. So it's not really like a that I was moved. It like moves you so much. The power of friendship and like, You know he's gonna, he's coming out of it, but like Seth Rogen and just like waiting there and being just such like a good friend throughout that whole thing. It was just like a really powerful movie about having good friends. And I just remember thinking like while I was watching that, like, is that how I would be with my buddies? And is that how my buddies would be with me? Because that was a time in life before you're like married and all that stuff. Like the only thing that matters is just like kicking it with the boys and just having a good time with the boys.
Yeah.
And out of their movie, just fucking, man, I could not keep my shit together at the end of that. So 50-50. And I know a lot of people have seen it, but if you've seen it and you've cried with me, I'd like to hear from you.
That's a great movie. It's like funny too. Like if you're looking for a watch, I would recommend checking that out. It's pretty good.
I think enough people have seen that too.
I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I've seen it. I saw it in theaters. Yeah, it's
She
a good
is
pick.
so hot, by the way.
Who?
The girlfriend in that movie.
Who is it?
I don't know, but she's like super hot, I think. I don't know.
I'll look it up.
You
I don't know
horny
who she
pervert.
is, but
He just
Is it
sprints
Anna,
to Google.
Is it
It's not
Anna
Anna
Kendrick?
Oh, I love Anna
no, but
Kendrick.
it kind of is.
I mean, Anna Kendrick's in it.
I love her.
She's just like super pretty.
Love.
It's not Bryce
You're
Dallas
right.
Howard,
Anna Kendrick is in it. That's right. It's a good cast in that.
right? Yeah, so it was.
This isn't 50-50. Is it?
Bryce Dallas Howard's in it too. All right,
Yeah.
cancer scene and 50 with friend and 50-50. Kate,
Why would you name a
rounder.
woman Bryce Dallas?
The South is
It's a good
weird.
question.
I
Good
mean,
question. Am I up?
Yeah, you're up, Kate.
Okay, God, I have two choices. Again, I'm probably so annoying on here that I'm stuck between. One is very old, but it was the first time I can ever remember like losing my shit at a movie.
Give it to us, Kate.
And then can I just say what my other one was, and then you could tell me.
Honorable
if I picked
mention.
one?
Honorable
mention. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a 1988. I'm taking us all the way back to 88. This
Ooh,
is
I
a
know where you're
classic.
going. I know where you're going.
The Land Before Time.
fuck you, Kate.
I was going to make a Land
When-
Before Time
Look, Ed.
joke.
Look,
Oh
Ed.
my God.
I had it written in
You
already.
got it. All right.
Dude.
Fuck you,
when
Kate.
When Littlefoot's mother
mom.
dies
From the
defending him
earthquake.
from
Fuck.
Sharptooth.
Yeah,
Sharptooth
yeah.
comes and she defends him, and he takes a chunk out, and she's laying there, and it starts rain. They have it start raining on her, and her little head is coming, and like he was the only egg that survived. He was her everything, and now
And they
she's not-
were,
oh
and
my
there was
God.
like racial tensions between the dinosaurs and everything.
right. Yeah,
It-
it was a lot
I
of-
had that fucking exact scene written in for the Mr. Irrelevant pick, the last pick of the draft, because I thought there was no way in hell anybody was touching that. And an awesome pick. I think they could go
Dude.
first round if you've seen the movie.
I almost had it first round, but I was afraid it was so old that people wouldn't know it. But that fucked me up when I was a kid.
I
was,
think it would
checking on my
fuck me
mom
up
every
as an
10 minutes
adult.
After that. Oh yeah, that scene is
Yeah.
brutal.
I got that VHS. I remember it very specifically in remember Happy Meals? I'm sure they still got them, but
Yeah.
they were giving away the VHS cassette in the Happy Meal. So my mom took me to McDonald's and got a Happy Meal just so she could show me that movie. And I was born in 88. So this had to have been, not too long after that. And I remember it. I can't believe you picked that. I'm upset, but at the same time, I'm proud of you because just an all-time sad scene in movie history.
Oh,
All-time
super
sad scene.
Yeah.
How old were you, do you think, that you remember this? Like a year old?
No, I'm guessing probably about 5.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah, I think I was
93-ish.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Probably about 5 years old when I saw it. I was born in 86. But oh my God. To this day, rips my heart out. I won't
Petrie
say
and
my-
Littlefoot
Oh,
and Sarah.
And Sarah was such a bitch the whole time, which
She
made me
was.
mad because Littlefoot's mom died defending her as well.
Yeah.
She
Now-
acted like
Didn't
a bitch.
they?
A little gratitude, Sarah.
Yeah,
from what
thank you.
I haven't seen the movie in probably close to 30 years, more like 25, I would say. But I remember she was more just like the sassy of the friend group, not really a bitch.
She was a bit. She was just kind of annoying. She was the reason I didn't like Triceratops for a long time. I didn't like to say that out loud.
What turned you back on him?
Jurassic Park. They're just a hoot in that one.
The
Someone
one who
told
was
me that
sick.
Triceratops never actually existed, and I haven't gotten over it.
You know
It's a
what
fake
the
dinosaur
saddest?
for
I think
movies.
it's not true though.
That
Didn't
they
we
did
look it up?
exist?
Yeah, they did exist. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they exist.
You know the saddest part about that is the little girl who was
Triceratops never actually
Was it
existed.
Sarah?
She was
Scien-
Ducky.
or Ducky.
She was Ducky, yeah.
Ducky's in real life, her parents murdered her as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
What?
Savagely murdered. too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
What?
Yeah,
The girl who played Ducky
yeah.
in The Land Before Time, her parents or dad, I forget.
Her dad did, I believe.
What's
it
the
was.
story, Ed?
Yeah, her dad, like I believe
When she was
like,
10-year-old, he killed her.
Yeah, savagely murdered her.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which makes it all the more
Man.
sad.
I don't think that makes the movie any. I mean,
I think it absolutely does.
yeah. I mean, it's just really fucked up.
Yeah, it is. I wish
They
I
have
would
an
have brought that
interlude
up
in the
now.
beginning now. They're like, friendly note, this character is brutally murdered 10 years from now by her father. They make it extra sad.
Woof.
I made that up. They don't
Yeah.
say that.
No. And they say, then please enjoy. It's also been formatted to fit your home television screen.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, sad.
Is that one of them? Did you just suck the air out of the room more than anybody else has? In the history of the
I
show?
shouldn't have brought that up, but it was still relevant.
I knew it, obviously,
God.
but I wasn't, you know.
You weren't gonna say it because that would suck the air out
Yeah,
of the room.
no.
Yeah.
So you made the
Sucker.
decision not to bring it up.
Conscious decision.
I wish I
yes.
would have done the same in hindsight.
Yeah.
Would have
Well,
been
now,
nice.
now you know for next time. You'll never make that
Do
mistake.
you want to read the
again.
Wikipedia? There's 4 paragraphs on abuse and death.
I don't.
Jesus.
Okay, I gave you the option if you want.
I'm gonna need a fucking antidepressant after this draft.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
that's
so
how they
sorry.
work.
I wish I could go back in time and pick like bubblegum flavors or something.
Yeah.
No, I think this was. I
Hindsight.
think this is good. Then.
God damn it, Kate.
Um,
Yeah, that's just a
So
fucking
sorry.
awesome pick.
Chief.
So goddamn sad.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
All right. I think this one might be off the board too, but I can't recommend it enough. There's a movie called Lion, which is based on a true story. This little Indian boy in a rural village in India accidentally gets on a train and takes him like hundreds and hundreds of miles alone. He's like 4 or 5 years old. Ends up like running the streets of like Delhi or one of those cities over there, and goes into an orphanage and gets adopted by an Australian family. And then he goes on this like quest to find, like, he doesn't even really fully remember like the name of the town. And he goes on this quest with, like, through Google Earth. I think this came
Dude, this is. Are you sure you got the right movie?
It's called
This-
Lion. Yeah.
This is the movie where he's on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
No, that's
No,
Slumdog
that's
Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire.
That's a completely
It's
different movie.
That's the exact fucking plot.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That he's on
It's
Google?
the same
But he
actor.
takes a train and gets adopted by.
No, it's
What?
not. That's not the same plot. They're different movies. One is Lion. The other one's
Okay.
Slumdog Millionaire. It's the same actor, though.
I have not seen Lion. I've seen Slumdog
I
Millionaire.
think you might have seen Lion, Dave. I think you might have seen it.
But in the end of the movie, he's like an adult and successful in it. Oh wait, I have seen it. 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 I have seen it.
Putting on a
now,
clinic
now,
today,
now I
Dave.
got it. Now I got it. Now I got it. He's a good-looking dude.
Is this
Sorry, I'm
I would
sorry.
like to submit this to like the Library of Congress for national preservation.
I just got movies confused. I've only seen Slumdog Millionaire once, maybe.
Do you
Does
like
that-
it?
does
Quick
that-
review. Quick review, Dave.
Dev Patel is the
Yes.
actor's name.
Yes.
He's been in a lot of things, but that, and then it's like, so he ends up like kind of losing his mind because he's like, I have this memory, I haven't seen my mother, like my brother, all this stuff, and he goes on like he doesn't even really, he doesn't learn, forgets his language, but he's just like doing these concentric circles and like doing this thing, and he eventually he's sitting there like in the dark, and he like, oh my God, like through Google Earth,
Yeah.
I found it. And so like, and then he like, you just feel like so good for this guy that he's going to have some closure. And he goes all the way back to the village, finds his mother, and the brother has passed. So his close brother. And it's a I think it's a great movie. And very like it's almost like a combination of happy tears and sad tears, because the happy tears,
Yeah.
like when he finds it and you just see like this sense of relief and joy like come over him. You're like, oh, you feel it. And then at the end, where he finds out that his brother, who he got separated from at the train tracks, had passed, like that, they like get you again. But it's a great movie in my
Lion.
opinion.
Which part are you picking? Are you picking the
Yeah.
part where he cries at the end?
I'm
The
gonna
double
go
cry?
Yeah.
It is like, it all happens within like 5 minutes.
Oh, then take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Okay,
fine. That's
okay.
what's-
Yeah,
What's
you
like-
got it.
Yeah.
How should I title this?
I would say ending scene of Lion.
Okay.
So he finds his family.
Ending scene in
Yeah.
Lion.
Dude, I've seen the movie. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm
I
not
had
convinced
no
that you do.
fucking clue what the name of the movie was.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Did you like it, Dave?
From what I remember, yeah.
Okay.
I have seen the movie, though. I have seen the movie.
Potential number 3 spot behind Straight Outta Compton and The Star Is Born in the last decade. Okay.
It was good. Good movie. Hey, Ed, here's another good ROI. Budget, $12 million. Box office, $140. Pretty good,
Very
right?
good. Very good. Very good.
Rooney Mara was in
good.
that movie, too.
I like her.
I know you do.
I like her. Oh, no, I like her sister.
Kate Mara.
Kate Mara,
I'm
yeah.
a big Kate Mara fan myself, yeah.
Even though Rooney's an incredible actress, Kate Mara sucks at acting.
There you go.
Okay, back to me. 5th round pick. Like Kate, I'm between a couple of my favorite movies, actually. I'm going to go with one. Like, this is a top 10 movie for me. The scene in the Basketball Diaries. When has anybody ever seen it? No.
Yeah, I've seen it. Just it's.
Have you seen it, Tom Lay?
No.
Shame on you.
Is
for
that
not
with
seeing
Ray
it.
Allen?
It's like the most New York movie ever.
Yeah, Tom. I can't believe Tom.
Which
hasn't
one's
seen
with
it.
Ray
Is
Allen?
this one with Leo?
Yes, it's with Leonardo
Where he's
DiCaprio.
a drug addict, right?
Leonardo DiCaprio is a
Dave,
drug
the
addict.
movie you're looking for is He Got Game.
That's right.
It's not He Got Game. It's Leo.
That wasn't that.
Do you remember
big of a
Jesus
stretch.
Shuttleworth's dad bringing in the big-titted hookers, Dave?
I don't. I do not.
Sorry, Dad.
It's all good. It's Leo. It's Mark Wahlberg. It's Lorraine Bracco. There's a scene where he's just super addicted to drugs, and at the end he goes back to his mom's house, and there's like the latch, and he's trying to get in. He's trying to like talk to her, but he's so like out of his mind, and she just calls the cops on him, and he's just crying in the stair. It's like a very emotional scene. So
Sounds powerful.
It's really and like Leo, like I mean Leo, like that didn't come. Leo's always been so fucking good because this movie came out in '94, I think '95, and it's just I highly recommend this movie if you've never seen it. It's one of my favorites. So yeah,
Straight off the set of Growing Pains. Right into that.
Yeah, or Gilbert Grape maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take the mom and son scene in Basketball Diaries. White Sox, Dave, you're up.
This one's super personal. I know you guys aren't going to like it, even though you've all seen the movie 1,000 times. I'm going to scene when the Nazi they let escape and made him walk like 1,000 paces blindfolded. He rejoins the German army and then kills the Jewish dude. And while Corporal Upham is walking up the stairs and he's got the knife and he's like, and every time you watch the scene, you're like, just fucking roll him over or something. Don't let him stab you. And then he stabs him. He's speaking to him in German. That scene crushes me every time I see it in Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan. Ugh.
There's
several parts of that,
even thinking about it, even thinking about that scene, I hate that guy. I hate him. And I probably, out of all the characters on the good side, on the ally side, in Saving Private Ryan, I think a lot of people probably, I'm blanking on what his name was in the movie.
Barry Pepper.
It wasn't Barry Pepper.
I'm joking.
He also is in that movie, obviously. But he was like the funny guy. What would that be? The battalion troop?
Tom Sizemore?
Not Tom Sizemore, no. What is it? I don't know, Kate. I don't know military verbiage.
What's his rank?
Well, it was just like the group of like the 7 or 8 guys or whatever.
Platoon.
Like the unit?
Yeah,
Like
unit, whatever it is. He was like the
Yeah.
funny guy of the group, and he was always cracking the jokes and
Yeah.
everything. I liked him. He was my favorite character of all the main characters in the movie. And when he died with that fucking knife, like it just crushes me every time. Every single time.
Well,
How should I sum it up? Sorry, Dave.
Knife stabbing scene, and Corporal fucking Upham's walking up the stairs with all the ammo. God. Ugh.
you hate Corporal Upham.
I hate Corporal
I don't
Upham.
think that's the saddest scene in that movie.
I understand
though.
this is very. I felt a connection to that character the most, so I hated to see him go the most.
The tell me I'm a good man. The old guy to his wife.
That's still on the. Can we run back another round?
Yeah.
Can we run back another round?
Nah, let's just do honorable mentions. Anything else on this, Dave?
No, that's what I got.
Okay. I'll run it through those honorable mentions. Carl, End of Marley and Me, the End of the Notebook, Death Scene for My Girl, Song Scene in Coco, Cancer Scene with Friend and 50-50, Kate, Up Love Sequence, It's Not Your Fault, Good Will Hunting, Kelly Chasing Jack in Castaway, The Speech in Steel Magnolias, Littlefoot's Mom Dies in Land Before Time, Chief, Shadow emerges in Homeward Bound, Manchester by the Sea scene, John Coffey execution in Green Mile, Dad scene in About Time, ending scene in Lion, Eddie Mufasa dying, Brooks' death in Shawshank, G-Baby dying in Hardball, Jesse's given away in Toy Story 2, the mom and Leo scene in Basketball Diaries, White Sox Dave, Skip dying in My Dog Skip, Andy dropping the toys off in Toy Story, Jack dying in Titanic, Jack's death in A Star is Born, knife scene in Saving Private Ryan. So a lot of honorable mentions, like we said.
I want to hear
Yeah,
Kate's.
I want to hear Kate's.
Mine, in A League of Their Own, when they're getting ready for the game and all of their husbands are overseas in the war, and he comes in with the telegram and they all know that one of their husbands is dead now, and they're all like, oh god, and then he walks up to Betty Spaghetti and she just starts breaking down. That part kills me. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That would have been a good one.
that is.
Yeah.
Any others, Kate?
For me, I had a couple others on my list, but no, I think that's the only one off the top of my head that I have right now. What about you guys?
Carl?
Dead
going
Poet
around.
Society, when they come to take Robin Williams out at the end, that's great.
Yep.
I was gonna take
That's a
Miracle
fucking
there. I cry so hard at the end of Miracle. It's just fucking awesome.
end
when
of
they-
Miracle?
Yeah, when they score the goal,
Yeah,
and it's
me
just
too.
like I
yeah.
lose my shit.
I-
They're running on the ice, and
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
What?
I
said me too. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Watched it.
I watched you watch that scene, and I didn't notice any tears.
We had to do radio.
And the other one,
I would say for that movie, it's when OC is cleared to play in that game.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
emotional
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
It's emotional
yeah.
too.
It's a good.
The one where I really, I cried. This is probably the hardest I've cried, but the scene isn't like, it's just it's like a kind of a weird scene, but it's from The Darkest Hour, and it's Gary Oldman playing Winston Churchill, and he gets on the train car at the end of the movie, and basically everyone wants them to sue for peace with Germany, and like the stories like Churchill's like, we're not fuck that,
Yeah.
we'll fight him in the streets, we'll do all this shit.
One of the greatest speeches of all time.
So before
Churchill was a dog.
going to Parliament, like the scene is like him taking the train because he like wants to go talk to the regular people of London, and he's like on the train car, and he's like, sir, do you have a match for me? I gotta light this, I gotta light my cigar, and he just starts talking to this young girl, and then he's like, hey, are you guys? And everybody's just like, holy fuck, it's Winston Churchill, and he's like, how would you guys feel if we sued for peace? And like the regular people on the train are like, never. And then he goes back into Parliament, and he's like, hey, listen, I fucking talked to the people, fuck this. Heavy shit, man. But I just like, it's like sad in its own. It's like a weird cry. Like, I don't know, just a very weird cry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you. That's it, Carl?
What's the name of that movie?
The Darkest Hour. It's such a
Darkest
I think
Good.
that's on Netflix.
That's on
right now.
Netflix
Such
right
a
now.
good movie.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
Oh my
Three
god.
3G in the Darkest Hour will be consumed tonight.
You will love it, David.
You will.
Chief.
I've noticed that it's been on there, and it's been on the to-do list. So this is all the inspiration I needed.
Gary Oldman.
Great fucking actor.
I've got like 5 left here, so I'll just run them down quickly. When Rudy gets into Notre Dame,
Yeah.
I think that when he's sitting there, opens the letter, and he like
Fuck
achieved
yeah.
his dreams. That's like a happy cry. Another recent movie that's come out in the last 10 years that I actually enjoyed, Jojo Rabbit. Has anybody seen that movie?
Dude,
Oh my
I was
God,
like
dude.
dying for someone to take that
Yeah.
one with the shoes, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that movie. It's a great movie. It's hard to make Hitler hilarious, and they did. And then there's like this ending scene of that movie where it just
spoiled for me.
it gets you.
I am waiting to watch that one.
I
I'm
won't.
sorry.
I won't spoil.
I
it.
don't know
that
why
new?
I keep
Within the last 4 or 5 years,
Okay,
3
that's-
years maybe, something like
that's
that.
on the to-do list as well.
It's very, very good
Oh,
movie.
dude, you gotta watch it.
Um,
yeah.
Taika.
What's it called? Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo
That's on
Rabbit.
all the lists that I saw, like saddest movies or whatever.
Great movie. The Remember the Titans scene in the hospital room.
Very sad.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
like that?
No,
No.
that's
Can't-
good. Don't listen to him. People just-
Hollywoodified to the
Well,
max.
no shit, but he's like, family only. Like, hey, can't you see that's my brother? Like
Yeah.
that. I thought that was a good spot.
I'm hurt. I ain't dead.
Cheesiest movie I've ever seen.
Okay, David.
It's a Disney movie, dude.
You're right. We'll go back to Toy Story 3 and My Dog Skip. See if those were Hollywoodified. Turner and Hooch.
Oh, that would have been a great one.
When Hooch dies at the end, but I already had the Homeward Bound one, so I didn't want to have double dog. And then I don't know if it's Pixar or what, but Inside Out. Has anyone seen that?
Yeah,
it's
I
okay.
have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
Inside
big on
Out,
the
where
list.
the imaginary friend like sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
It's just
Dude,
like
yeah.
whoa, like the motif of sacrifice in
was
a kids
good.
movie was
Iron Giant on that thing, too.
yeah,
That's big.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That's the end of my list.
White Sox
That's
Dave.
a good list.
We didn't. None of us drafted anything from Forrest Gump. Jenny's death grave scene. Bubba when Bubba died.
A lot of shit in Forrest Gump for sure.
Yep.
Definitely a lot of shit. The one that I was considering taking with my last pick. This one. So this is from 2011. Have you seen Warrior?
I have.
Fucking fantastic.
That's the
movie.
MMA movie, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah,
with
I
Nick
have.
Nolte, Tom Hardy, and Joel Edgerton, who's the
I didn't love
main
it,
bad
but-
guy in, not fucking Braveheart. What am I thinking of?
Gladiator.
No, other Mel Gibson movie, The Patriot.
Passion of the Christ.
The Patriot. But so basically, they're estranged brothers. Tom Hardy went AWOL in war and came back and became the U.S. government was looking for this guy because he was in Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever. Came back and they are fighting each other. It's like a tournament of MMA and there's no weight limits. And then they both get to the championship and it's for $1 million. And Joel Edgerton is a struggling teacher, like trying to make ends meet, wins the tournament, beats Tom Hardy, and they fucking hate each other's guts and they kind of like reconcile afterwards. If you haven't seen the movie Warrior, I couldn't recommend it more. It's 11 years ago that it came out, Ed, so it doesn't make the cut for the last 10 years.
Oh, good to know.
But just, I mean, if you look it up on Rotten Tomatoes or anything, I'm sure it's got like high 80s, low 90s on the scores and all that.
Good to
Phenomenal movie.
And who's the dad again?
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
Blue chips.
Yeah.
Nick Nolte. Is that it?
That's what I got, yep.
I just
and The
got
Wrestler,
three.
which is kind of
The Wrestler's good.
Yeah.
Dies in the ring. I got 3 left. When the Click scene, I don't know if you guys saw Click, Adam Sandler, very sad. The dad scene, doesn't give his dad the time of day, and then he's like, what are you doing, man? Like, pay attention. That's very sad.
Yep.
It's a comedy, and it's one of my favorites, but when Sonny didn't get his kid in Big Daddy was, like, you didn't see
You're
that
right.
coming. You didn't
I
see
cried
that.
for that. I cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
For
getting
sure.
dragged out of the courtroom.
Yep.
Yep.
I wipe my own ass.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wipe my own ass.
That's
I know.
That's a very good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Can't
that
believe
was
they didn't
there.
take it, huh?
That was there.
You know what's shocking? That nobody said that. Oh, wait. Are you done, Ed?
I just got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's not really a cry scene, so I didn't take it, but it's from one of my favorite movies, Stand By Me, the final scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about, like,
Oh, yeah.
parting ways with your childhood friends for
Oh,
the
yeah.
last time.
Definitely.
Like that fucking meme where it's like one day you guys all went out to play and then you never went back. That kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think
It's
about
true,
that
though.
sometimes.
We all
Yeah, it
got,
is.
we all got, like,
So I don't know. I love Stand By Me, and like that just kind of hits.
I'm down
that
to like
scene.
3 friends. I would say.
really, seriously,
Dude.
seriously.
Yeah.
They say, we were talking about it on ZBT, there's like a loneliness epidemic where 1 in 5 American males say they can't name 2 good friends anymore. They're like so
Really?
lonely. It's so sad.
Oh, I don't even
Yeah.
feel bad about it. It's
No,
just
I
like
don't
what
want.
it
I don't
is.
need friends.
Yeah,
I feel like I prefer it actually.
yeah.
Well, it's just like a
Crazy.
thing that's happened. Like everyone's,
Yeah.
going their separate ways. So
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kate. What were you gonna say?
Finally- I can't believe nobody said Field of Dreams at the end when he's playing Capture the
With the
Stag.
Zad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Meh.
but
Oh, Dave,
I don't
I
like that
love that movie. That's a
See,
tough
here,
scene.
my
too.
mom texted me this picture the other day, and I was best friends with all those kids. I haven't talked to any of them in probably 20 years.
I'm trying to pick
Yeah.
out which one is you, and I'm
It's
struggling.
very, very easy. I think it is. I think we were 8 years old in that picture.
I still talk to a lot of people, so I don't know.
I don't know.
You can't tell which
Yeah.
one's me?
No.
Can you tell which one's me in that picture?
Yeah, left, right? No.
oh,
All right, my turn. Come on.
I don't know. Then
Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you the mullet kid?
second guy, this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me
Dave.
see it again.
Or can we put this on screen or no? Or else this is kind of a moot point.
Bad radio.
Like, yeah, it's bad radio. It was very bad.
Yeah, I'll send it to Tom.
So thank you, Dave. So pick White
Yeah.
Sox Dave out of the lineup.
I think I was 8 in that picture. I can't.
Okay, this was a fun draft, Kate. I know.
was.
I know
This
it's not
was
the
a lot
press.
of fun.
Super,
In a sad way,
super
yeah.
fucking fun.
It
yeah.
was. It was though.
It was,
It
yeah.
was.
dead dogs, dead kids,
Yes.
dead dads.
Yes.
Oh my God,
but
you're the
he's dead.
second kid from the right.
Yeah.
You look so promising.
Yeah. Like you
You're
look
like
you're like-
youthful. Like you look like such a cute little boy. Like you look like
Yeah.
you have this
Yeah.
You hadn't
whole
turned
bright
into a
future
menace.
in front of you.
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't. Spoiler alert, I did not.
Maybe
Like-
you did, and you just didn't live up to it.
I can't believe that was the foul boy.
This is not a foul boy. The people watching
No,
this
that's true.
are going, that is not a foul boy.
I was
That's a nice young kid.
I was warped. I can't even see. I was really good friends
What
with
was
this
the
kid.
foul boy origin story? Where did it go wrong?
He-
When did he become foul boy? Like,
Shortly
he
after
started
this
off
picture,
fine.
probably.
He went to Hooters.
He watched Titanic with his mom. Saw one pair of tits. Everything fell apart.
And that was it. That was it.
Hold on. Let's try to get a
That was
live
it.
reaction.
Kate.
Kate, is your last name McLaughlin?
Nope.
All right. Well,
Man,
Texas to Kate McLaughlin.
I'm not
you
going
just sent
to.
it to some girl.
That's the only Kate I have in my phone book. I'll DM it to you, Kate.
You DM it to me. I'm looking.
Are those open? Are your DMs open, Kate? Keep them.
My DMs are open.
Well, we
DMs
follow
are
each
open.
other.
I
so.
think if we follow each other, they're open. I think. But,
All right, big moment.
Hold on. I gotta save it.
okay.
Yeah, save it.
Big moment here. While we wait, I have to say I love the new Chicago hats. Those are sick. Eddie's
Oh.
one
Thank
you're
you.
wearing is my favorite.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Super good.
What about
very
mine?
cool. I sent it, Kate.
I like that one too, but
Thank
I
you.
like the font on that one. Sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. Go buy
Media.
them.
Okay. Here
Barstool
we
store.
go. Sent you a photo.
Doom, 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 doom.
I would never know. I would assume you're the kid making the shithead face. Like, ooh.
That kid actually did turn into a little bit of a shithead.
Well, I mean, he's
He's
Oh
in
my
close
God.
proximity of you.
Are you the one with the mullet? They said no.
Oh,
I would have no idea. I guess you're the one all the way on the left then.
no.
nope. Second from the right.
Second from the right.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, it doesn't look
Maybe
like you at all. Are you
I-
sure that's you?
Like I
I'm
don't.
100% sure that's
Wait,
me.
Dave, are you check with your mom? Like, seriously, check with
I know it's me.
There's
I
no
remember
way.
playing on this team and everything. The kid on the left was good. He
You
was the
have
smallest kid
brothers,
on the
right?
team.
The
Me?
entire face shape
I have
is
one
different.
brother.
I don't.
Could be your brother.
What?
It's not my brother. I know.
I am genuinely shocked by that. I am genuinely
What
shocked.
if like Dave got swapped out, like
Can
at a
we-
grocery store or something, and like that kid is still out there somewhere,
Joe
and like you're
Dirt.
somebody
It's his own
else's?
version of lying.
Can we
He took
call
a
William
train.
Williams to verify?
No, we can't.
Dave hopped the red line when he was like 4.
Yeah.
And-
That was it.
wow. Oh my god.
To think that little boy could be a Rex.
Yeah.
To think that little boy turned into this superstar is now.
This media superstar.
25 years later.
Yeah.
No, look at that boy. That boy, he never learned how to chew gum. It's amazing.
It's not the only thing he refuses to learn.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
true.
let's get those shots in before the show's over, Kate. What?
Pile them on. Pile them on.
Shameful.
Shameful.
What?
DJ Khaled of
Our-
Barstool Chicago.
Our Kate and I's last DM is this one guy being a little too. Go ahead and scroll
Yeah.
up, Kate. That was a little
I
weird.
know.
All right, yeah. All right, Kate.
That was a little weird.
Thank you very much. This was great. I'm sorry it took so long, but it's great to have you back.
It was great to have you back, Kate.
It's great to be back. And I guess to end it on a high note, this draft is a friendly reminder we're all going to die.
Yeah,
So
that's
have a good
facts.
day,
I don't
everyone.
even care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
I
facts.
do not
Nobody's
care.
getting out of here alive.
How's life? Taking forever.
All right, yeah.
All right, everybody.
Sweet.
That's it for today. We'll see you all tomorrow.